Are they in here again? What are they doing this time? Oh, it's crashed. Oh! That's underwear. That is not some kind of bed. That, Elsa, the bra is not a hammock. Oh, the babies are in the socks. But Elsa, seriously, the bra is not a hammock. And the pants, Magic's got himself tangled up in a pair. Really? You are naughty elves. Right, 17 today. What is this?
I don't know what it is.
Looks like a cork. Where is it? Oh, what is that meant to be?
I have no idea.
Is it some kind of feet maybe?
Maybe.
I don't know. You seen what these daft elves are up to this morning, Dad? Look at them, they're using the underwear as bed. Oh, another horse. Is that the adult of the foal?
I think so. Because they look alike.
Yeah. Oh, that's gorgeous. I do love those colours. Yay!
And you can see that they've got a really thin bit. That way the people can go on.
Ah, clever. Have we got a rider yet?
Yeah.
Oh yes, so we have.
2, 1.
Yeah, because remember we needed a helmet for elfin safety. Right, you need to get ready. Big day today at school. Christmas service.
Oh no.
It was the night before Christmas. I was closing down for business in my little present shop, when the bell on the door jingled once more, and then time almost came to a stop. But somehow I knew, and maybe so did.
Everyone, welcome to our Crazy Life Scotland and Vlogmas Day 18. It is 9:15 in the morning and I'm just getting ready to go out. Brooke has her Christmas service on at the school today, so I'm going to do the dutiful parent bit and go up and get bored out of my box. Yes, it's one of these things that we have to do, isn't it? But I don't think any of us really enjoy it. The one good thing is they always, because it's such a small school, they have the service is for the whole school. There's less than 90 pupils, I think, in the whole school. So it means that we get to see the nativity, which is always really cute. Normally it's only, like in bigger schools, it's only parents of like primary 1 and 2 that get to see that. But last year it was a very unusual nativity. The story was that it was Jesus' birthday party when he was like 3 or 4, and it was telling the story of the nativity that way. It was like they were looking back on his birth, which I thought was quite unusual, and Brooke was saying that it's very different again this year as well, so we'll see what that is. Hopefully that'll make it quite interesting. But yeah, it does drag on a little bit, and Brooke's not doing anything specific. It's not like she's singing a solo, or thank God, or anything like that. So, but yes, I'll go up anyway. It's always very Christmassy. It's nice to see the kids. I don't know if I'll be able to take any footage or not, but we will see. If I can, I will. So, like I say, I'm getting organised. It starts at 10 o'clock, but as you probably know if you watched Vlogmas last week, I don't like leaving the dogs alone, especially with the Christmas tree being up. I'm terrified of coming back. There's 4 boisterous dogs and I'm terrified of coming back and the tree's in the middle of the floor or something. And it's even worse now. After my present organisation thing yesterday, there's selection boxes and stuff lying everywhere, and yeah, they're in bags, and they're hidden. However, that doesn't stop them. I remember old Storm, our old husky, years ago, he found a stash of Easter eggs that were in a wardrobe and still all in their packs in carrier bags. He found them, he opened them, and he ate them all. And he was throwing up for hours after it. We almost had to take him to the vet. He was actually pooping out paper. That's how bad it was. So the fact that they're still in sealed boxes, in bags, hidden in rooms, isn't going to stop them if they really want to. And there's no point in me closing the doors because Willa just opens doors. Willa, in her previous life, when she wasn't in a very nice home, she was basically kept in one room and wasn't allowed in any others. So she's learned to open doors. She doesn't like closed doors. So there's no point in closing it. She'll just open it. And yeah, so I have got an extra special treat for them to try to keep them amused when I'm out. And I've also got the telly on, a radio channel, because apparently there's been research that shows that music relaxes dogs. Whether or not it's true, I don't know, but I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to keep the music channel on the telly. Hopefully they'll think there's somebody in, and hopefully the music will keep them calm. So I'm going to finish getting organised. I've not had anything to eat or even a coffee yet, because as you may know, I do intermittent fasting and I don't have anything till 10:30. So I'm hoping it doesn't go on too late so that I'm not starving by the time I get back. But anyway, I'm going to go and get organised, and then I will show you the dog's treats when I'm getting ready to go. See you soon. How gross are these? Look at them. And get chicken feet or something like that. It's an awfully big chicken, mind you. But the dogs love them. Watch this. Right, sit down, puppies. Sit. Sit. Oh, good boy, Rana. Up. Good boy. Right, Molly. You're just tiny, but you still get a big one. She probably won't get to eat it all. And Willa. Good girl. And of course, one for Clyde. Good boy. Right, I'm going to go before they demolish these, and I will see you when I'm up there. Right, so that's me up at the school. I'm a wee bit early. I like to get here early because there's only one disabled space. So I like to make sure that I can get it. Otherwise, it's very, very difficult for me. And talking about being disabled, when I was up at the school last week for Brooke's Christmas Fair thing, one of our wee friends, James, hi James, was asking me how I managed to drive if I'm in a wheelchair. And I thought, that's a good question. A lot of people might want to know that. So I told him, and it did make me think to myself, maybe some of you are wondering the same thing but are too polite to ask. Kids don't care, do they? They just ask, and which is good. I mean, I would rather people just ask. I don't care if people ask me about my disability, about my wheelchair. I would rather people ask questions than give me funny looks. So I thought, while I've got some time, I might just show you how I managed to drive. So I'm going to turn you around and show you my little setup here. Right, so this is my setup. I've got my steering wheel here, and this little funny lever thing here is actually my accelerator and brake. So to accelerate, I pull it towards me, and to brake, I push it away from me. Now down here, ignore all the mess, you might be able to see, I don't know, wait, let's see if I put the flash on, it might help. When I pull the lever, can't really see the accelerator pedal going down, but it does. And then when I push the lever, can you see the brake pedal moving? Obviously it's an automatic because I can't use a clutch. So that's how I accelerate and brake. This bit here is my indicator, so I pop it that way to indicate right, that way to indicate left. And because I'm using one hand to accelerate and brake all the time, I can only use one hand on the steering wheel. So I've got this little knob thing here, and it actually comes off, so if Jack's driving he doesn't need to use it. So it's basically, it's just a wee knob that goes in there, and I can use one hand then to turn the steering wheel. It's very clever. The only thing is, hold on, I'm going to turn you around again. The only thing is that because I'm constantly having to use two hands to drive, I always need to have one hand on the accelerator or brake and the other on the steering wheel. It makes it difficult to wave at somebody if they've let you out, or you know how it's just courtesy. If somebody flashes you, lets you out, you usually wave at them. I can't do that, so I have to sort of smile and nod. I'm like a noddy dog, and sometimes I worry that people think I'm ignorant and not thanking them, because I can't put my hazards on either. I would need to take my hand off the steering wheel to reach the hazards. So if you do ever let somebody out, or you know, you're courteous to them and they don't wave to thank you, don't think that they're ignorant. It might not be. They might be like me and have to have two hands driving at all times. And the other thing is as well, when I'm driving late at night, I have to take my hand off the steering wheel to put my main beams on and to put them off again. So sometimes if there's a car coming towards me, it can take me a wee second to be able to put my full beams off. And so again, sometimes I get flashed at because people think I'm being ignorant, not putting them off straight away. I'm not. It's just, it takes a wee bit of time because I need to be able to take my hand off the accelerator to put it onto the steering wheel so that I can use my other hand to sort my main beams. So that is basically how I drive. I have got a blue badge, obviously, so that I can park in disabled spaces, and I need disabled spaces because I can't walk. I can't put my wheelchair in the boot and then walk to the front of the car like some people can. And it meant when I was first driving, I always had to have somebody with me so that they could get my chair in and out the car for me. Now I have got this fab thing called a chair topper, which I'll show you in a minute, and it basically automatically puts my chair on top of the car for me and then brings it down for me. And when I'm getting out in a couple of minutes, I will show you how that actually works. Right, so I'm about to get out of the car and my chair is in there on the roof. So what I do is I've got this little gadget here. It's just an up down lever. So I press the down button, that opens up. My chair then gets lowered down. I need to steady it or else it whacks against the car, like that. It's an amazing thing. Not many people know about it. The amount of people that stop me in car parks and ask me about it, and again, I don't mind talking about it. Then once my chair's down, so that's the little bit that the seat of the chair just slips on there, and then I press the up button and that goes all the way back up again. While that's doing that, I get my chair all opened out and ready to go. So the wee lever goes back up there. That automatically closes again. So as you can see, it comes out quite wide, which is why I need a disabled space. I need to have space beside me. It's way too wide to have another car parked beside me in a normal space. So there we go. So I'm going to go into the school now, and then when I come back out and I'm putting my chair away, I will show you that as well. See you in a wee while. Right, I'm coming back to the car now. There's my chair topper up there, and I'm going to get in the car and show you how I put my chair away. Right, so I've folded my chair up, and again I just use a little lever to bring the hook back down. Right, I'm going to put you down till I hook my chair on. Yeah, so I just hook it through the seat, push the lever up, and up it goes. Whoops, I usually use my other hand to steady the chair so it doesn't hit the car, but obviously I'm filming so I can't. Up it goes. How clever is that? It's an absolutely amazing gadget. It gives me so much independence. Like I said, before I got this I couldn't go anywhere on my own. So we just sit here until it goes right in. Done. And that's how I get out and about on my own. Sorry about the lighting, it's a bit sunny. Yeah, so that was actually not too bad. It's It's only 20 to 11, so it was only 40 minutes long, which was great. The nativity this time was basically about the 3 angels who were going to tell Mary and Joseph what was happening with the birth of Jesus. But one of the angels didn't have any wings, so she had to walk to Bethlehem, and on the way she met 3 animals that were in trouble and she helped them. And then when she got to the stables, she didn't want to go and see baby Jesus because she didn't have any gifts, but then they told her that her gift was love, because she had helped the animals, and that's what gave her wings, and it was very cute. It reminded me of when Abby was in the nativity in primary 1. She was Mary, God knows how. I mean, she's been a thespian since primary 1. She was Mary, so me and Jack went and we were all very proud, but then Joseph kept trying to sneak his arm round her during the nativity, and Jack was raging at him. It's like, you leave my wee girl alone. I thought he was going to stop the nativity and go up and tell him to stop it, but yeah. So that was really good. So I'm going to head home now and get a much needed coffee and hope that the dogs haven't destroyed the house. Wish me luck.
It's cold outside.
Have you? Has you been good
But the
puppies?
fire keeps us warm. We can
I see you,
spend the
Anna. I
night
see you. Oh,
underneath the
come on then. Let's go and see if we've been good.
And
Let's go
I've
see.
gotten you a present that I
What's this
put
on the floor?
under the tree.
Where did that come from? Oh,
Tomorrow it is Christmas.
Has Willa been in the
First for
bucket?
you and me.
Right, if that's the worst that's happened, we're happy.
Snow
Let's
is
go investigate.
falling down.
We've had a bit of a rampage in there, but not too bad.
But as long as you're
The Christmas
around,
tree's still in one piece.
everything will be
Still got his
okay.
radio on the telly.
'Cause
Have we been good
all I wanna
puppies?
do is
Have
spend
we been
this
good
holiday
puppies?
with you.
Oh, they're so clever.
Tomorrow it
Who
is
would
Christmas,
like,
the first for me and you.
A sausage? For being a good puppy?
Hold
Do
on
puppies
for
get good
this
sausages?
moment
No, I mean, do good puppies
to
get
have
sausages?
you for
Fancy you, Anna?
myself.
Who wants a
In
sausage?
a cabin
Come on then, let's go.
out of nowhere, just us and no one else. I've decorated everything till we're
girl.
perfect for this
Right, Anna?
week.
You'll just
Tomorrow
be taking
it
it then,
is
will you?
Christmas,
Right, Molly.
the first for you and me.
Come on then, good boy. Oh, they're so clever. Coffee time. 11 o'clock and time for the first coffee of the day. Time to break my fast. And I've got it in the elf mug that I found yesterday. Hello, Clyde. Hello, my boy. Yes, I found the elf mug and the nice mug yesterday. I put them through the dishwasher last night because they've been up the loft all year. And I've got a nice creamy coffee. So the puppies have behaved. They've been good puppies, thankfully. No sign of the chicken feet though, so they must have really enjoyed those. And yeah, that's us. Time to have my coffee, sort the washing because my tumble dryer's finished. Then I think I might watch a nice wee Christmas film if the internet will let me. The internet's been so bad that I've not even managed to watch a full film on Netflix recently. So hopefully it'll let me and I'll watch a wee film. I'm not sure which one yet, I'll let you know later on. And then my coffee will fill me up for a wee while, and then I think for my breakfast today, instead of Weetabix, I fancy a Christmas tree crumpet, just as a wee treat. Yes, that's what I fancy. So I'm going to go and do all of that, and I will come back to you later on. See you soon. So it's nearly 3:05. I'm having another wee cheeky coffee before Brooke comes in. I'm on the nice list today. This is a coconut Nespresso with salted caramel skinny syrup. Yum yum. Enjoying my last few minutes of peace before she comes in. I'll film her when she comes in, and what's the betting? I'll say to her, how was school? And she'll say, good. And I'll say, excellent. And she'll say, I'm starving. I bet that's how the conversation goes. Right, so yeah, I've just watched a wee Christmas film and done some Christmassy bits and pieces. The film that I ended up watching was a new one on Amazon called... What was it called? What was it called, Clyde? He's patiently waiting for my coffee. It was called I'll Be Next Door for Christmas, and it was basically about a girl whose family are Christmas mad all year round, and she tried to hide them from her new boyfriend by pretending that next door was her house, and she hired an actor and actress to pretend to be her mum and dad. It was quite funny. It was okay. It was good. So yeah, that's what I was watching. So I'm going to go enjoy my coffee, and then I'll come back to you when Brooke comes in. See her. Brooke, puppies, here she is. Here she is. There you go! There she is! Oh, is it the taxi they're barking at? It's the puppies! There's Brooke! How was school?
Taxi. Good.
Good.
But did you see during Reading Thinks I really want to sing the Celtic band?
Yeah, so did I. They were singing We Three Kings. We Three Kings of Orient are in the Nativity today. And right now, I don't know if anybody's seen it, but the Celtic advert is their own version of that song. And I was looking at Brooke going, guide us to your paradise. And she's looking at me as I say, Mum, stop it. Oh, Molly, how do you miss Brooke? Oh, kisses. So the rest of your day was good?
Boring, but yes. But can I do my homework this week?
Can you do your homework?
Yeah.
Well, because you've not got any.
Yeah.
Cheeky. Oh, kisses from Rana. Oh, big bear kisses.
Good.
Oh, that's your face washed. Hey, one lick of that tongue and that's the face washed. What are you?
Thirsty.
You're thirsty?
Yeah.
Oh, right, viewers, I've lost my bet. She never says that when she comes in. It's always, I'm starving.
I'm also starving.
I thought you would be. Right, let's get sorted. Right, well, I think I'm going to end the vlog here. I'm just going to go and get Brooke organised for writing her cards and things. But before I go, I wanted to just say to you all, thank you so much for your lovely comments on the other day's video, the day of the cabin. A lot of you said how cosy the cabin was and that it was lovely. My mum really appreciates that. That is their pride and joy. Her country residence, as she says. Tracy commented that she's awfully posh. And I said, yeah, we should be calling her Hyacinth Bouquet. Does anybody remember Hyacinth Bouquet or Bucket? That's what my mum's turning into with her country residence. And also a lot of you were sending get well wishes for wee Millie, and I'm happy to let you know that she got home from hospital last night. She's having ongoing treatment, she's to go back for more tests and things, but she's generally okay and very pleased to be home. Nothing worse than being in hospital at this time of year, and trust me, I know. And I wanted to tell you a funny story about her. Do you know how quite often celebrities and sports people and things go into the hospital to see kids at Christmas just to try and cheer them up and things? Well, she actually missed Lewis Capaldi just by a few days. He was in a few days before she was admitted, and Abby was like, it's a good job because if Millie met him and I didn't, I would never speak to her again. But there was some rugby players in, and they were chatting away to her, and she was chatting, and she said it was really nice to see them and all the rest of it. Now, Millie is a die-hard Celtic fan like us, and she's only a year older than Brooke, but she goes to the games when she gets a chance. She just loves Celtic. And the nurse came to her the other day and said, Millie, there's some Rangers football club players here. Do you want to see them? And she turned around and went, no thanks, close the door. Some may say ungrateful, we say, go Millie. She's not being a hypocrite. There's no point in being nice to them if she really doesn't like their team. So yeah, I thought that was quite funny. Right, I am going to head off now, and I will see you tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 19. And please, please, please comment down below. Hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't already. It would really mean the world to me. I have got a few new subscribers recently, and I really appreciate every single one of you. So please do subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the wee bell notification so you know every time I upload a video, especially during Vlogmas. And I will see you tomorrow. Thanks very much, everybody. Bye.